Hey everybody, my name is Jennifer. This is Metatron speaking. Today we're going to be talking more about emotional healing or your healing journey. This is a theme that Metatron brought forward for the month of June as being an important time to either start tapping into what your emotional healing needs are or to continue with your emotional healing needs. What I want to start off with today is actually a beautiful piece of artwork from my very favorite artist. So this is one of the newer pieces from Catrin Skött. She is a Swedish artist. I will include her website and a link to this page in my description here. So let me tell you a little bit about this piece because Metatron was drawing my attention to it. You'll notice the beautiful green and pink colors that are on this piece. This piece is tied into the energy of the higher heart, which is a great place to be working on healing from. I'm actually going to pull up her website because I want to tell you how she describes this painting. So this is the English translation. So this is Portal of the Higher Heart Chakra. You climb along the stem of the rose, growing to burst into full bloom. The petals are the results of all your lessons you have gathered along the path of wisdom, your path of life. You are driven forward like the rose that grows out of the mists. Draw towards the light to grow strong. Hold against the light and the sun an unconscious drive from darkness to light. The tags are the lessons you learn along the way. When you light up, illuminate your darkness. Look at every thorn and embrace your wounds. They are transformed into lessons. Then you can comfort yourselves and embrace what you have been through, and thus bring light into every thorn that becomes enlightenment. When the pain is taken care of by you, you heal and turn the pain into wisdom, experience. You have then balanced your traumas, light and dark, love and hate. Then the light can enter the center of the rose and illuminate all the way down to the root in the darkness in the middle. You can then enter a new level of higher consciousness. Welcome to the portal of the heart. So this is available on her website. This is the fine art print. She oftentimes has these same art pieces available as pillowcases, which I have her throw pillows. They are amazing quality. Also, her throws, she has blankets that she can put her artwork printed onto, and those are very, very high quality also. You probably can't see, but she did really beautiful embellishment by hand on this one. There's gold that she's hand embellished onto this, which adds to the energy of the piece. So she is an artist who channels very high energies. I don't believe that she says this on her website. This is my interpretation of her. She channels very high spiritual energies. I believe she channels in the seventh dimension or higher. I don't think she ever goes below the seventh dimension. The guides that she works with give her inspiration, and they combine with her energy in order to put a very high quality energy into her artwork. So it's not just about the colors, it's not just about the sacred geometry that she uses. You can see she's got the flower of life in light green back here in the background. She's using circles that are interconnected. That is sacred. She's using the beautiful heart shape. She's got the dark green. It's essentially a 2D version of a Merkaba, is what she has back here. She's got like the all seeing eye. So she's got all this like incredibly powerful shapes and colors that she's using, but more importantly, she's coding these paintings essentially with light codes. So, light codes can be given out in a lot of different ways. I can send light codes out through my hands, like Reiki, to send that to someone to help create something. And that is always when there's another guide lined up in my energy who can do that. Light codes can be present in light language. Light codes can be present in singing. It can be present in speaking. It can be present in any kind of artwork. Some people are able to put light codes into like when they cook, when they garden. So it's just a matter of working with your guides at a really high level. So the information that she has coded into her paintings, I've noticed that it's very dynamic. It's energy that seems very intelligent to me. Um, almost like she somehow put like a living being into her artwork, and you can't really see it very well, but I have two more pieces of her artwork here. I have it all over my house. Her artwork has helped me improve my gifts. I feel like it's helped me bring in a higher vibration into my home. So I love her artwork. I love promoting her artwork. I love looking at her artwork. Even when I'm not looking at it, I can feel energy radiating off of it, because essentially, even though she's telling you, okay, this is like the higher heart chakra. This is like a portal for that. When she does this, I feel like it's a real portal. It feels like, and that's why it feels dynamic to me. That's why I can feel different energies at different times. She is making a portal. So it's allowing different divine energies to come through at different times depending on what the need is, which is really cool, because if you think about like our planet or any planet, but let's talk about our planet. So on our planet, there are different energy portals as well, right? And they act like chakras, and they open and they close at different times to either release or receive different energies. So it's kind of like, it's almost like feng shui with her artwork. It's like you're adding chakras and beneficial portals to your house. So, anyways, I wanted to bring that to your attention because it's one of her newer pieces. She does regularly put new artwork up on her website. So if you like her work, you should probably check in on it every once in a while, because she does put new stuff on there all the time. I'm going to pull some cards for us right now. And so this is the Masters of Light Wisdom Oracle. So I pulled this deck and this deck. These are the two that Metatron wanted to work with today, which I don't know, didn't really seem like the two that I would pull, but I don't know what he has planned. So I'm kind of shuffling this deck right now. Just want to see what messages come through. I'm gonna pull all the cards out of this deck first. We're gonna see what messages come through in regards to this one, in regards to emotional healing and just focusing now on the wounds that we have. And there are so many ways that we can have unprocessed wounding We can have it from our childhood. This one. We can have it from failed relationships. This is good. Okay. We can have it from deaths. We can have it from so many different places. And each one needs its own time and attention. It's not like there's a way to kind of speed it up or make it more efficient, right? So if you've experienced death in your family several times and now you're working through another death in the family, there's no shortcut to it. There's no easy way to not grieve, right? You have to grieve any loss that you experience, and the only way to really fully recover from any loss is to, over time, gain a higher understanding of why that loss occurred in the first place, of what value or what could possibly be gained for you through that difficulty. So that's an important higher concept to consider. But first and foremost, you want to feel your pain. You want to allow yourself to feel mad, to feel sad, to feel whatever it is you need to feel to help you process through the emotions. So let's take a look at what cards he did. And I guess I'll just show you first and then we'll take a look. So this says, World Angel of Peace. It is time to make peace. Lift out of the chaos. Focus on Spirit's tenacious love to transform. Okay, so check out her heart chakra. There's this pink lotus with this green snake coming out of it, and she's got the world in front of her. So truly, to have world peace, we first need inner peace. What's going on inside of us will have to come first. So if for us to walk around calm and balanced and enjoy, first we're going to have to resolve all of these wounds that we've sustained from this lifetime and from other lifetimes, but you'll probably only recognize what's going on in the current lifetime. So World Angel of Peace. So peace is going to start inside, and then we're going to work to the outside. I want to show you some of this. Can you see back behind me here? I've got my little sprays over here. Do you want me to spray all of these right now? Okay. Do you have an order? No? Okay. So these are Amanda Ellis's sprays. I love her sprays. I love her sprays. I will use them as long as she makes them. I will be using them. So this one is for spiritual protection. I'm going to spray this for all of us right now because when you are working through trauma, when you are going through a transition in your life, when you are going through a divorce, when you are grieving a loss, when you've lost your job, when you're going through a breakup, whatever it is you're going through, in order to process the trauma, your vibration has to go lower. There's nothing wrong with it. It's part of the cycle of living. Your vibration has to come lower for you to feel angry and sad. And so that's natural and that's necessary. However, it does open you up more to spiritual attacks. So this is why it's really important when you are going through something where you're like, man, every day I'm grieving a little bit. I'm crying a little bit. I'm sad a little bit. I'm angry a little bit. It's important to do two things. One, make sure you're protecting your energy because you're more susceptible to attacks. The second thing is allowing your energy to go up higher periodically throughout the day. So giving yourself time to grieve and feel sad, but then stepping away from your grief periodically and being like, you know what, I'm going to go take a nice walk in the park. I'm going to go out with friends and have lunch. I'm going to watch some funny videos on YouTube that make me laugh or that uplift you, whatever. So you want to balance the difficult emotions with things that bring you joy, whatever that is. And so you'll know what the things that bring you joy. So tapping into both to kind of balance out your life. Speaking of balance, this is Archangel Raphael. This is balance and harmony. So encouraging all of us to maintain balance during our trauma healing, during our healing journey. Because if you get too far off balance, then if you dip too far into your grief, then you start to get into a space where you start telling yourself, this is hopeless. I have no power to change anything. Nothing good is ever going to happen. Life is not worth living. So you can get into a space that is unnaturally dark, and it would be because you have demonic attachments that are trying to keep you lower, which is why you want to make sure you are mindful of staying balanced. Hope, positive mindset. Hope is about acknowledging and knowing that life is full of cycles. So sometimes in our life, it's the right time for us to be grieving. It's the right time for us to be sad and angry and kind of falling apart. Because you have to fall apart in order to put yourself back together in a new way, differently than you were before, to go through a transformation. Hope is recognizing that no matter how difficult your current circumstances are, there is always a time when life is good again. There's always a time where there is, come on, Oliver, time for joy instead of time for sorrow. It's having hope that no matter how difficult the circumstances, that it can be transcended. And honestly, we did not come here. None of you incarnated right now to learn an easy lesson. None of you came here with the goal of learning something that was like, oh yeah, I can take care of that easy. No, 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 no. You've incarnated many times before. The lessons that you have left to learn are very, very painful for you to address because the wound is very, very deep. Because you've had that wound over and over and over again throughout lifetimes to give you the opportunity to transcend it, right? We have to keep having the same problem in order to figure out the solution. Oliver, are you going to lay down? Oliver's pacing. Come here, baby. Lay down. So the wounds are deep. So when we go into our grief, it can be a really deep, dark, and ugly place. We're going to use the Pink Lotus Heart Energy Spray right now, and that's going to support your heart chakra. It's a beautiful smell. Oliver's not into it at all. Oliver's like, I'm out of here, guys. Okay. 2 more. I'm going to use Rose. This is Inner Child. So many of these wounds go back to a really deep inner child kind of wound, right? The wounds that we're trying to heal in this lifetime are really intense things like, I feel abandoned. I feel unloved. I feel unworthy. I hate myself. I feel hopeless. I feel like I have no power. I feel shame. I feel like I'm broken and it can never be fixed. So these are really deep wounds that we're trying to address. And the last one should make perfect sense for many of us. This one is love and peace. This is Archangel Shamuel, relationship support. So this is all the relationships that we have currently that are not going the way we want them to go, right? And you might actively be communicating with these people now, or you might not. These might even be people from the past that you stopped talking to for one reason or another. You stopped talking to them, they stopped talking to you. For all of us, our relationships, especially the relationships that are really close to us, like the people who live in your house, the family you were born into. So all of those relationships are a reflection of something that we're working on for our soul. So you might have, you might know someone who's like a narcissist. You might have a parent or a sibling or a best friend or a spouse that's narcissistic, right? Everything's about them. It's always your fault. Um, they try to control what you do, where you go, who you spend time with, whatever. So, if you have a relationship like that, for example, something you might be working on in this lifetime might be something like boundaries. So, setting boundaries around your time and your space, maybe setting boundaries so that you don't even interact with that person anymore. That might be it. I don't know. It's going to depend on your situation. But all of the struggles that you have in your relationships currently, all of that friction, all of that frustration serves your highest good to give you an opportunity to learn a new skill, to learn a new perspective. So start examining where the tension is and examining how you could respond in a higher way. Okay, back to my cards. I've never seen this one. Star Mother Ramona. Look at this. We have the pink lotus again. Star Mother Ramona, heart's desire. Honor the deepest desires within your heart. This ignites your soul song and lights your path. So, the deepest desire of all of our hearts really is to be healed, is to heal from these wounds, because the wounds that we have in the heart, it's where we don't feel loved. In some way or another, it comes back to, I don't feel loved or I don't feel worthy of love, right? And that hurts. Part of healing the wounds in the heart is recognizing the power of self love. And this is a Some people hate those words. Sometimes I really hate when they use the word self-love. I'm like, no. I get mad at my guides. Self-love is I'll give you like the 3-point lesson in self-love, because self-love is going to fill you up in the places you feel empty, because most all of us are looking for love outside of ourselves, right? We're looking for someone else to love us, someone else to validate us, someone else to tell us we're smart and we're pretty and we're valuable. But in a way, this is very silly, because we are very valuable, whether someone tells us that or not. So the 3-step process to self-love for you to check in on. So step 1 is going to be uh taking care of your own physical needs. Physical body. Taking care of your body. Are you giving yourself enough sleep? Are you giving yourself food that your body likes to be fed? And by that, I mean that your body responds well to, not necessarily the food that you think tastes great, although you should eat some things that you think taste great in moderation still. Um, so are you drinking enough water? Are you um, are you just taking care of your physical needs? So if you're sick, are you doing the things that are going to make your body healthy again? Or are you just working through it? So, number 1, take care of your physical needs. Number 2, take care of your emotional needs. That's what we're talking about today. Talking about emotional healing, which is what your emotional needs are. Um, the third, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'll probably remember it in a second. The third point I'm going to say is bringing joy into your life, because your soul wants to feel joy. Your soul wants to experience that. And so that is basically taking care of your soul, is giving yourself joyful experiences. And it doesn't have to be something that makes you have to travel or makes you have to spend money. Joy is about perspective. Joy is something that can be experienced 100 times in one day if you start tuning into the joy of being in a physical body, right? The joy of your senses, the joy of what you touch, what you smell, what you see, what you hear. It's making sure you're catering to your senses. Ooh, I like this music. Okay, I'm going to play this music for myself, right? Giving your ears that pleasure. Or you like the way something smells. You like a certain candle or a certain spray. Okay, we'll use that. Or even if you're like making food and you're like, oh, I'm cutting up fruit. I'm gonna smell the fruit. Taking a moment, smelling an orange, smelling a lemon, smelling ginger, smelling anything, right? Cinnamon. So there's all these joys and pleasures that can be tapped into. And if you're able to give yourself that self-love, it puts you in balance. It no longer makes you desperate to receive it from the outside, because you feel loved, you feel seen, you feel taken care of. You don't have a need. So if you meet someone and it's a good relationship and that works for you, that's great, but that's like icing on the cake. It doesn't feel like something you need because you're already satisfied. This card is Our Lady of Guadalupe Miracles. Be comforted, for your prayers are heard. Have faith. Divine intercession is in process. So, this is really about having hope and knowing that no matter how difficult and dark your circumstances feel, that miracles are always possible with the divine. Always, always, always. Things that should not logically be able to happen all the time because of our spirit guides. We have Mama Gaia. Check out all those green color. Nurture. Your body, we just talked about this. Your body and your life are the temples of your soul. Love them completely so that you may flourish. Okay, we already talked about this. So, nurturing your body, nurturing your soul, taking care of your emotions. Buddha of the heart. I've never seen these before. Generosity. Be pure and generous in all that you give. As you give, you create. As you give, you receive. Okay, so if you nurture yourself, love yourself, take care of all your own needs, and so you're feeling good and balanced, then from this good and balanced place, you can give authentic love to someone else. You can be generous with the love that you have within you. When you come into any kind of relationship, doesn't have to be romantic. When you come into a relationship and you come into it feeling like, I need to be heard, I need to be loved, I need to be accepted, I need whatever the need is, it's an imbalance, and you aren't able to truly give to another because really, you're not freely giving love to them and then turning your head the other way. You're giving them something and you're looking, are you giving this back to me in return? Am I getting anything out of this? So it's not truly Buddha of the heart. So the more you fill your needs, the more pure your love is for other people. And this is the last card. Again, a giant heart. Angel Horatio the Giant. The time is now. Now is the time. There's no going back. Reap the wisdom from the past. Be present in love. Okay, so we were just saying this, right? Like right now is a great time to be going through healing, to be healing the emotions. And we talked about reaping wisdom from your suffering. So whatever you've gone through, there is a better, there is a higher perspective that can be taken when observing suffering, which is very, very difficult because you might be looking at something and go, okay, my family member passed away. There's nothing good about this person passing away. And so that is our very natural, very understandable 3D perspective, right? From a higher perspective, life events serve a purpose. So, from the higher perspective, this was the right time for that person to end that lifetime. Their higher self consented to it in order for them to leave. And many times when a person passes away, it's an opportunity to trigger more love or more compassion or even awakening in others. So there's always a higher perspective, even when it seems like there's nothing good that can come from it. So try to get out of there's nothing good that can come from this perspective. Try to lift yourself up higher and think about why it is your life might have been planned this way. Okay, I'm going to take a look at these cards. I guess I'll just pull all of them. Oops. And we'll just see what Metatron has. Seems like a strange deck to be using. I usually use this deck when I'm like getting messages for like Patreon. Um, we work with like the crystalline grid and we work with dragons. There's lots of cool stuff on the cards about those kinds of things. Okay, this is what you want? Okay, let me put the deck away. All right, let's see what we did. Okay, and this is literally what I just said. See, look at this adorable blue dragon right up here. I don't know if you could see that. Okay, let's see what this says. Sanctuary of Light and Mugwort. So each of these cards always brings in like a plant. So Mugwort is the plant. Portal, 5D, Healing Temple. Awesome. Astral Travel. Okay. So the message is to ask your guides for assistance with healing. Your guides can help you heal more efficiently. They can't take pain away, but they can place you in like an energetic healing temple. You can imagine yourself in beautiful, like a white diamond pillar of light. You can imagine yourself or in like a beautiful green light, beautiful pink light, and you can ask your guides to assist you, and you can ask the dragons to assist you. They are amazing with that as well. You see what these other cards are. All right. This one says Fulgurite and Rosebay Willow Herb, regeneration, acceleration, change, shamanic wisdom. Okay. So, and this is like what we were talking about earlier when we were saying sometimes you need to fall apart in order to be able to put yourself back together later in a new way. So it's referencing regeneration and change. Shamanic wisdom is also including the wisdom of cycles in life. Shamanic wisdom includes everything serving a purpose, that nothing is accidental, that nothing means nothing. Everything means something. All right, let's see what else we have here. So this one is amethyst and passion flower, violet flame, transmuting, breaking addictions, nervous system. Okay, the violet flame is an energy that transmutes low vibrational energies into high vibrational energies. This is specifically very effective for demonic energies, which is what we talked about when we're talking about protection. If you are not already using a personal protection ritual to clear and protect your energy every day, I highly encourage you to consider doing that. We have a protection ritual available on our website in English and Swedish. It is free. You can download it right now. I will include the link in this video for you. Stromalite and fern, akasha. Strip back and simplify. Look to your origins. Okay, so he's referencing a couple different things here. So when he says akasha, he's talking about Akashic Records, which is the energetic space where everything that has ever happened has been recorded. So this means that the Akashic Records includes all of your past lifetimes and also everything that happened to you in between incarnations when you didn't have a body. So Metatron is the keeper of that space. He records everything. So for your healing journey, if you feel like you would benefit from having trauma blocks removed, involving your past lifetimes. That's a service we offer. I can include that in the description below. When he's talking about look to your origins, he's talking about ancestral healing. So we also offer an ancestral healing session if you are noticing that there are certain types of trauma that are coming down generation after generation in your family. That might be a very appropriate healing session for you. So I'll reference both of those. And let's see what he has here. This is the last card. Oops. I have to learn to put it over my face. Citrine and dandelion. Make a wish. Clearing comparison. Surrender to magic. Okay. He's saying detox. Is dandelion used to detox? And he's showing me citrine. He's like giving me information faster than I can say it. So citrine is a yellow color. It's associated with your yellow chakra, which is your solar plexus. So this is about you feeling confident, you feeling worthy, you feeling sovereign over yourself and making decisions. So clearing comparison, he's saying that many of us, he's he's pointing at me. He's calling me out on this too. Many of us inadvertently compare ourselves to other people. So maybe we're going through something that feels really, really difficult. And we look at other people's life and we're like, well, why don't they have to go through divorce? Why don't they have to go through their family members dying? Why don't they have to go through sexual assault? Their life seems really easy and nice. Why can't my life be like that? So that is a trap. He's telling us, detox this thought from you, clear this thought from your mind. This is not healthy and this is not accurate. Every single person who is here has big trauma to clear. Every single person, whether they're looking at it or not, they have big things to work on. Surrender to magic feels like, I don't know if you can see this dandelion. So we got this like puffed up dandelion, and people like blow on the dandelion and they're supposed to make a wish. And so he's giving me that energy of surrender to miracles, surrender to the universe having a bigger and better plan, and also opening yourself up to more childlike, playful energy. Don't take life so serious. Yes, there are serious things that happen. It does not mean we always need to be serious. We can joke around. You can be grieving or going through a loss, and you can still laugh at the things that are funny. There's no rule that says, oh no, you're grieving. You are only allowed to feel grief until you get better, and then life can, then you can find enjoyment in life again. No. Find enjoyment now. There is joy to being alive, to living in a body. There are things to be grateful for. Don't wait on any event. Don't wait for, okay, well, once I buy a house, then I'll be happy. Once I meet the person of my dreams, then I'll be happy. Once I get divorced, then I'll be happy. Once I get my dream job, once I get away from this job that I have, then I'll be happy. No, 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 no. Don't do that. There's a major lesson in us being called to finding joy and satisfaction wherever we currently are in our life. That doesn't mean you can't change your job. That doesn't mean you can't want to have a house or, a new partner or whatever. It means if we are spiritually evolved enough, we should be able to find contentment in any set of circumstances, because the contentment is coming from inside and our perspective. It's not an external thing. Happiness is not outside of us. So we can want physical things, house, job, relationship, whatever, but it's not going to make you happy. Only you can make you happy. There are plenty of people who have the nice job and the nice relationship and the nice house, and they are miserable because inside them, they haven't cleaned up all the emotional mess. So this is why we're going to focus on emotional healing. Okay, everybody. This is what I have for you. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.